filament of lava. Therefore, when lava is falling over an edge and the wind is blowing, you can find this kind of formation. They cool down very quickly and look like hair. I can't really find them after an eruption, and that's because they break very easily. So they turn into dust very quickly soon after the formation. There's some ice. You want to see what's happening if I put it on top? Yeah? So I'm going to put the ice on top. The lava is going to cool down very quickly. And when lava is cooling down very quickly, there is no time for crystal to appear inside the lava. And you're just turning the lava into what it's most made of. And it's most made of silica, 47%. You're just turning the lava into a volcanic glass. What's happening here is some of the steam is going up, but some of it is being pushed and forced inside the lava and make it blow like a balloon. That you can see is just the steam trying to escape, but at the same time lava also is getting more solid. It's kind of trapped there. Of course, if it's too thin, it might go through and it could collapse like a souffle, actually like it did in the center. And you can see where I put the ice on top. It's turning black very quickly. Just turning into a volcanic glass. And behind in the channel, behind in the channel, you can see that the lava is not moving anymore. But inside, it's still very hot and liquid. That's because lava is cooling down over the edge of the flow, and by doing so, it's actually insulating the lava flowing inside it. So in nature, in the open, lava is losing around 100 degrees Celsius every kilometer it's flowing. But when traveling under its own insulation, like it's doing in the channel at the moment, it's just losing 1 degree. So you can stay hot a very long time and travel a very long distance underneath. That's why if I go under it, I can actually lift it. Not because it's already found the edge, but inside it's very hot and liquid. And if lava is spraying on a slope in nature, maybe the lava will be able to flow out of its own insulation. And if the lava is spraying out, you just leave an empty tunnel behind. And that's the way to do a lava tunnel or lava tube. And here you can see that inside, lava is still very hot. Can you hear the lava making sound? Yeah? It might be a bit difficult with natural with the furnace in the back, but we're going to hear it later too. So this sound is just the lava cooling down. And what's happening is lava, when it's a liquid, it's taking more space than when it's a solid. So when it's cooling down, it's actually contracting on itself. But at the same time it's contracting, it's getting more solid. It's making cracks and fissures into it. And that's what you can hear. It's just the lava breaking itself apart. And because of this cracking, especially in the pipe area over here, I'm going to put some protection on it, just to be completely safe. So in the next 5-10 minutes, you're going to hear a lot of sounds coming from this area. It's totally normal. And this cracking is what makes lava feel quite dangerous a long time after an eruption is over. For example, the eruption from this summer, you could go there before. You can't really at the moment, the area is closed, but you could go there before. And that was okay. But some people were walking on it. And this can be very dangerous. Because first, lava could be very hot. Depending on the amount of lava, even on top of each other, it can take years, and sometimes hundreds of years, to cool down completely. But you could also be walking on top of a lava tunnel, and if the roof of this tunnel is not thick enough, it could just collapse because of the cracks and fissures when cooling down. And under that, lava could be very hot because it's a very good insulator. And that's why you have to wait a very long time after an eruption is over to be able to go in the lava safely. And I'm saying that because if you go there, you're going to see a lot of people walking on it, and sometimes the social rescue team need to come and help them. So if you go to a newly formed lava field, it could be okay, but just stay on the path. It's not worth it to go on top. at least for a few years after an eruption. So in front we have a lot of bubbles. I'm going to show you that actually very thin and break very easily. And this one here. But that's not the only area that got lifted. Here, that's where I put the ice on top. It got lifted a little bit, so I should be able to maybe break through. So just let's break this 35 lava on top and see what I can find under it. So just give me a minute. You can see that under the sulfur lava, we still have molten lava. Like I said, because it's a good insulation. So under the thin layer, it's enough to insulate the lava flowing inside it. I'm going to check the temperature also at some point, but just let's lift it a little bit more. The only thing is getting more viscous. As you can see, still hot, but pretty viscous. I can already do the Phyllis hair like I was doing at the start. I'm going to check the temperature, I think. Yeah, it's too viscous. So we're put the ice on top. So it's dark. Lava is around 580 Celsius, 1080 Fahrenheit. Or still hot, but way lower than what we had at the start. But if I check inside where it's orange, it's almost 1400 Fahrenheit, 750 Celsius. So way more. And that's because it was protected by this 35 lava on top. And here, I just have a paper. You see here, almost missed it. Take it very quickly. And I have a tip for you to know the temperature of the lava. When lava is above 600 Celsius, 1100 Fahrenheit, that's when the lava is still emitting light. Red, orange, this kind of color. But when it's below this temperature, it's when the lava is taking a dark color. So if you see that lava is still glowing, that means it's still above 600 Celsius, 1100 Fahrenheit. Is it going to help you to know if you can touch it? Yeah, not really. But that needs to back up. But that shows you something. That shows you that even when it's dark, like it is on the surface, in some area, it doesn't mean it's cold. It can still be hot and for a very long time. So if you're not sure about the temperature of the lava when going to a lava field, just don't touch it. Now, I know it looks pretty obvious, but I was at the eruption this summer, and I can tell you it was not so obvious for everyone. But just in case, I prefer to say it. And here on top, lava is turning into volcanic glass. And that's because it's cooling down very fast. But if lava would have more time to cool down, we would have time for crystal to appear inside the lava. And at the end, when the lava will be completely solidified, you look at this here. So these were rocks around the slide. It's also basalt, but it's a crystallized basalt. But if I take this rock, put it in the furnace in the back, and let it, you will get out the same way as you just saw. And that's because it's exactly the same composition. It's just a different speed of cooling down. And the black sand here, that we have in the slide, well, that's what we use first to do the lava. So it's also basalt. But this one exploded on Katla 100 years ago. So all three things, they look completely different from each other, but exactly the same composition. Just different process of formation. Any questions so far? Okay, I don't see most of you. So if you have a question, just say it. And I love questions, so don't hesitate. So the lava we have in front of us is not going to take years to cool down. And that's because we have way less lava than what we would find during an eruption. But in the biggest part, generally around here, it can still take up to 3 days to cool down to room temperature. So that's quite a long time. And we can't really wait that long because we have 7 short days. So during the shower, I start to break it. But break very easily when cooling down. And smaller pieces release the heat faster. But that's still not enough. So we just have to clean it when it's hot. So we just wear big gloves. And with the shovel, we put all the pieces of lava back into big buckets. how we leave the buckets to cool down for the day, or the night depending, in the back. And generally we use the same lava, not for the next show, but for the one after that. We have two batches of lava, we're just using one after another. So in the furnace, Nathan was loading the other batch to be ready for the 2 o'clock show, the next one. And this lava going to be remelted for the 4 o'clock, the one after that. I just not do it all the time, one after the other. Gonna break this one here just to show you
깨지면서
inside.
소리가 자꾸 나는 거야. 그래서 그 프로토타입을 저거 커버하려고.
Okay, you can
튀기지
see it's
않게.
hot in the middle. Everything is hot anyway, but it's hotter in the middle. It stays black on the outside, and that to take the inside to cool down slower. But no, I broke it. I'm gonna lose the color very quickly. Turn red and then black. Any question?
Could you technically use this to make like glasses and things? Because glass blowing is similar to this.
Yeah, so can we do stuff with this volcanic glass, like glass blowing? So it would be quite hard in reality just because it break very easily. A lot of cracks are happening over here. So, and use the bubble, you could have some, but it would break just by contracting when cooling down. The thing is, this is not, it's a lot of glass in it, but there's a lot of other stuff. And this other stuff makes it, I would say, weaker in a way when it's in the glass shape. So I think like glass, that is not 100% silica, there is always something else, but I'm not a specialist with like glass blowing, but I don't think it's 100% silica. But that's way stronger than this one. This one would break very easily.
It's a question about volcanic glass. Because it looks very black and shiny. Is it obsidian as well?
Aha, is this obsidian? Yeah. Nah.
Okay.
So yeah, no, that's a good question. So is this obsidian? No. This is volcanic glass from basalt. Its name, you don't have to remember, but the name is pachylite. And obsidian, it's also volcanic glass, but it's from a different lava.
Oh, right.
So this one basalt, 47% silica, when obsidian is from a lava called rhyolite, and rhyolite is between 65 to 90% silica, so way more. But the main difference is the solidity. Both are very sharp. Like this is sharp, obsidian too. That's not the problem, or it's a problem. And you see that you want very sharp. But obsidian is way stronger in a way